Hi guys, it's Aleksandra. I'm a London-based vocal coach. Today I'm gonna be reacting to Celeste singing Strange live from the Brit Awards. And this is not gonna be just some kind of a performance. She actually won the Rising Star Award. She is somebody to observe, I guess. Let's listen to her together. It's gonna be quite interesting.
I tried for you, tried to see through all the smoke, but it wouldn't move. What could I do? I touch your head to pull your thoughts into my hand, but now I can't.
Can you see how she uses gesture as part of her performance? She basically seems to be portraying every line of her lyrics, sometimes almost every word, which is, I think, quite unusual. In this performance, she reminds me of like these living statues you can sometimes meet in the city. These people who pretend to be statues, then you need to toss a coin and they would do something. She reminds me of a statue like that. And I do wonder if that was something that maybe she had in mind, or somebody who helped her design this performance. Look how powerful the gesture might be. An appropriate gesture at the appropriate time in the song can do wonders.
Say, isn't it strange? Isn't it strange?
She's so beautiful.
I am still me. You are still you. In the same place. Isn't it strange? How people can change from strangers to friends, friends into lovers, and strangers again.
It's almost like a theatre piece. Very, very interesting.
Back to this room, back to our roots. What did we lose? Why did we lose?
Yes.
If I could, I'd pull your strings for one more dance, but now I can't. Say,
Can you hear a bit of Adele
isn't it strange?
in her voice color?
Isn't it strange? You look at me, I look at you, with nothing to say. Isn't it strange?
See the build up?
How people can change.
interesting. It also helps her with the support.
From strangers to
Smart.
friends, friends into lovers, and strangers again.
Yes. Okay. I wanted to say, how come it was not a standing ovation? Some people did stand, though. I would definitely stand up for this. A mesmerizing performance. A beautiful piece of songwriting. I'm loving it. It's a ballad but with a jazz and soul vibe. I'm really looking forward to see how she's gonna develop as an artist and what we're gonna hear from her. Quickly, I wanted to discuss her voice quality. So the tone of her voice is very characteristic, very specific, isn't it? What happens there, if you go back, you will hopefully hear that she drives quite a lot of air, but it's not it's more of a this was straining for my voice. And this is exactly the potential problem. So what happens there? She's not only driving a lot of air, she's in a way making her throat close a bit and then driving the air through that closed throat. Let me explain. You know that in the larynx we have the vocal folds, right? That produce sound. They're placed like this, like a V here. Above them, we have something that is called the false vocal folds. They are there mainly for protection. So sometimes they close above the true vocal folds to prevent anything that we don't want in our lungs, basically, like food particles. What sometimes happens, they can close when we don't want them to. This is the kind of a feeling you might get when you try and go for a high note and you suddenly feel like there's something in your throat, or when you have stage fright. These are false vocal folds in action. If we are careful, we can use the false vocal folds to help with the style. You will hear false vocal folds in action. I will call it constriction. You will hear that in some rock songs, in some pop songs, definitely in some metal. And you will hear this in the voice quality that Celeste is showing us here. So she is constricting, she's closing her throat a bit, she's closing the false vocal folds, and then driving a lot of air, which gives us this raspy, breathy, kind of a husky quality, which personally I find very, very alluring and very special, very unique. As a voice teacher, I would be very cautious to try to get rid of this quality. We don't want to do that. What we do want to do as singing teachers is to make sure that a person can deliver a clear sound as well, so the sound without this constriction. And I think this is the key. As long as she's able to get out of this quality for another song, for speaking, then I would say everything is potentially fine and she could continue singing like this. Although, this would need to be assessed as well, because artists, a very strenuous kind of a lifestyle with a lot of gigs, a lot of fatigue, not sleeping enough, and it all affects our voice. And then if additionally we put a lot of strain there, then the strain and tiredness is going to happen because of these false vocal folds and driving air. Then it can be a tricky situation. But anyways, I absolutely loved this performance. I'm really looking forward to see what she's gonna do next. I'm also definitely gonna search for more of her live performances. I've already downloaded her album on Spotify, so excited to listen. Let me know, guys, what you thought, how you liked it. Please, if you enjoyed this video, do subscribe, hit the bell, so that you get a notification for when a new video comes out. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon. Bye bye.